Yo guys, what's going on? It's Mondo here, and today we're doing something just a tad bit different. So, as y'all know, that the NBA playoffs just started. So we're gonna go over what happened the past for the first series of games, our first round of games. Before we get started, make sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, comment down below, guys, what you guys will see next, and make sure to be respectful in the comments below. Please give me some feedback on what y'all think I need to do next, and look at the little Zapdos right there. But yeah, so we're gonna start with the 5-4 matchup. Milwaukee Bucks at Indiana Pacers. Indiana Pacers won the game 117-98. Giannis with a monster game, especially in the first half, with 36 points, 12 rebounds, 1 assist. Pascal Siakam doing what he was supposed to do from the start whenever he got traded there. 25 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, playing as good a defense you can against Giannis, and great rotation defense for Indiana. But the one thing they were missing is their second star, Damian Lillard, which there are talks that he is supposed to be back here for game 2, potentially game 3 return. All I'm saying is Dame comes back. I believe Milwaukee will come back and win the series 4-2. Indiana will keep home court 2-0 in back at home. And then once Milwaukee goes home, if Dame comes back, Dame's going to come out, show why he's Dame Lillard, and I'm just saying that's what's going to happen. Yeah, then we're going to go to the other 5-4 matchup in the West. If you can't tell, we're going into game order. Number 5 seeded Los Angeles Clippers went to Denver to go against the Nuggets, in which they lost. Los Angeles Clippers lost in overtime, in an overtime thriller, 112-110. James Harden looking like regular season James Harden from back in the day. 32 points, 6 rebounds, 11 assists. And Nikola Jokic looking like the MVP he should be, but we know that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to get it because of, that whole thing. He got 29 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists, and 3 steals to add on top of it. And, the things that we have to watch out for, man. Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray, still not looking like themselves. They aren't looking like the 2 and 3 options that you want. Excuse me, Aaron Gordon looked like he would be if he was in Orlando, right? He came back looking strong. He looks great, especially offensively. Defensively, he still could have done a little bit better, in my opinion. But then you have Russell Westbrook, man. He brings just unbelievable energy. He probably should be 6th man of the year if it weren't for Peyton Pritchard and some other players. But Russell Westbrook should be a finalist, in my opinion. This is being recorded just after I think they released it. I haven't seen the list yet, but I believe Russell Westbrook should have been 6th man of the year if he was eligible. So, but yeah, Denver Nuggets looked rough. LA completely fell off after the first half. Denver looked horrible at the beginning, and of course then went on a great run, finished the game strong because of the LA's lackadaisical play near the end of the game. Then you have the 6-seeded Detroit Pistons versus the 3-seeded New York Knicks, in which New York won, but they didn't win like we thought they would. New York won 123-112. Cade Cunningham scoring 21 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, and Brunson being the small big body man. What is that? Who said that? It was Kendrick Perkins, big body Brunson. 34 points, 2 rebounds, 8 assists. And Knicks just overall, they struggled throughout the game. They did make a comeback, but they shouldn't have been in that deficit in the first place, especially with my last point of this game. The young Pistons fell after a very strong start. They played extraordinary. Tobias Harris was hitting threes. Who is it? Tim Hardaway Jr., who usually doesn't play well in playoff settings, he played extraordinary as well. It was a masterclass on their part at the beginning, and then of course they fell off. I believe it was end of the second, going into the third, I believe, if I remember watching it correctly. But yeah, Detroit should have won the game, but because of their youth, because they just didn't know how to play, obviously you see the New York Knicks coming out on top. Then you go on to the other side of the field. In the Western Conference, the Minnesota Timberwolves 6 seed, my Minnesota Timberwolves, and the number 3 seeded LA Lakers. Now, I didn't put who won, but the Minnesota Timberwolves won by far, right? LBJ just didn't look good. You had Jaden McDaniel scoring 25 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, and Luka Doncic looking like a pro, looking like the best player on the field with 37 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, making the game look easy for him. LeBron, I mean, he's struggling. You can just tell he just clocks out on defense. He's just not very good at defense no more. He wasn't even playing good help defense even. You know, people say that he plays free safety. He wasn't playing any type of safety whatsoever this game. So, yeah, something needs to happen. I mean, if he needs to just be freaking just released at this point, I would say do it just to give some spark to the team, right? I mean, heck, even bring in Bronny at this point. Like, they need something, especially at the big spots, right? They didn't play much of Jackson Hayes that I saw, at least whenever I was watching the games. And, I mean, it was just atrocious game planning, I believe, on their part, on JJ Redick and the coaching staff's fault. But the Wolves players, I mean, they were trying to get Jaden McDaniels to play because they knew that they were going to try to double Ant-Man. They have the big bodies in Rudy Gobert and Julius Randle, which he may not be as tall, but he's strong, he's buff. That's what they were going to struggle with. They tried to overcompensate on the Ant-Man part, and then it just left everything open, and the floodgates just blew open, right? Then we're going to the 8th seed versus the 1 seed OKC Thunder. The 8th seeded Memphis Grizzlies versus the number 1 seeded OKC Thunder. It was an extreme blowout, with OKC winning 131-80. And Marvin Bagley was the player for the Grizzlies. What was it, last night, I believe? It was 17 points, 5 assists in 16 minutes. No, 5 rebounds. Excuse me, 5 rebounds. He can't pass. And then Jalen Williams with 20 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists. You realize that I didn't say any of the true stars, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, nor John Morant, or Jaren Jackson Jr. That was because just the entire Grizzlies team struggled. You had to get the help from the bench, in which they got something at least from Marvin Bagley. But, I mean, Zach Edey didn't play well. Jaren Jackson Jr. didn't play well. John Morant didn't play well. It was just a whole fiasco. And I think Ja did score 17, but it was just a very inefficient, very horrible game for him. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander struggled a lot. Now, you could say, yeah, but his teammates came to help him. You know, they are more of like a score-on-committee type thing. But, I mean, you just expect more out of your soon-to-be MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So that's something that we're going to be looking out for the rest of the series and for the rest of these playoffs. See if he truly wanted to be the best player. And, of course, OKC, just an all-around great team. Probably the best team, in my opinion. Maybe tied with the Cavaliers if you look at their depth chart and stuff like that. But yeah, and I think they played, 12 people last night, I'm pretty sure? Yeah, OKC played really well. And now we're going to the third to last game in this order. The 7th-seeded Orlando Magic went to Boston to lose against the Celtics, 86-103. Banchero showing why he's the true all-star on that team. 36 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. And then Derek White being the player of the game for the Celtics, 30 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. And the two Magic stars, they shine. Franz Wagner, I believe, scored 25, 27, somewhere around that range. He played great. I mean, even his brother, to an extent, for his role, he played pretty well as well. And then Boston's duo, on the other hand, they struggled mightily on the offensive end. Defensively, you can see they put out the best effort that they could, especially against the two forwards that were on the other side. But they just weren't a match on offense, at least last night. And we're going to expect probably Jaylen Brown to be coming out, scoring maybe even 30, 40 something tomorrow night, which I think they're playing tomorrow night, right? Yeah, I think it's tomorrow night. And then, of course, Jason Tatum is known for falling off during the playoffs, which is a sad part about him. But I'm hoping that he comes out and proves me wrong. I hope he scores 30 tomorrow night, but if he doesn't, then, well, I told you so. Then we're going against to the other side in the Eastern Conference, the 8th seed in Miami Heat versus the Cleveland Cavaliers, number 1 seed, which the Cavs won 121 to 110, which was a very good game in my opinion. It was a great game. And the big three of Bam, Harrow, and Davion Mitchell scored 63 points. And then, of course, the three big guards, not big guards, but the three main guards on the Cleveland Cavaliers, Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, and then Jerome got 85 points. Now, I would have wanted them to include more of the outside or the inside guys like Marvin Bagley and Marvin Bagley. Why did I say Marvin Bagley? My brain is farting. Evan Mobley and who is it? The big man from Brooklyn. Yeah, that guy. Oh man, I actually like him too. I forget his name. But yeah, the Heat showed like they were gonna fight, right? They were there to win, and yeah, I mean they made it a great game throughout. But Cleveland obviously showed that there was multiple levels to this. They're way up here, and Cleveland's way down here, right? And Miami's way down here, especially after the Jimmy Butler trade. I mean, it was just it wasn't very good. And I only said the bulk scores for them because obviously you can see that Miami Heat need a lot of help from the bench and from their surrounding pieces, and of course. Like I said, I want to see more of hold on, Evan Mobley, and he's from Brooklyn. He played in Brooklyn for a while, even with D'Lo on there. I'll probably remember it later. And then we're going to the last game on the list, which was good that they made this the last game because it was the best game in my opinion defensively. The number 7 seeded Golden State Warriors went to Houston, the number 2 seed, and beat them in I think that was the only other upset besides Minnesota. Yeah, that was the only other upset in Minnesota than Minnesota. Golden State won 95-85. But the players of the game, in my opinion, was Steph Curry with 31 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists. And Şengün for the Houston Rockets, 26 points, 9 boards, 1 assist. And you could just see Jalen Green just struggled mightily. His first playoff game, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, it's his first playoff game. And you can see that he wasn't ready for it. He struggled a lot offensively. Defensively, he showed that he can defend 1 through 3, in my opinion. Obviously, this is all my opinion. And then Amen Thompson showing that he's one of the great two-way players, young two-way players coming up in this league. And then going to Golden State, man. They got them 2 Energizer bunnies over there, Draymond Green, Jimmy Butler, Brendan Podziemski showing that he can be that number 2, or the 2 guard to Steph Curry's 1 guard. Great at playing off ball, can dribble the ball down the court if you need him to, and then Kevon Looney just showing why he's the big man that they always went with, right? So, but yeah, that's all of them so far. We're gonna wait for 2 days, so that means our Wednesday game, we're gonna give news and this, right? We're gonna give the games for today and tomorrow on Wednesday. So it's gonna be fun. It's a great playoff so far. It's very fun. Very energetic, very fun time so far. And but yeah, if y'all enjoy this, please give me a like, subscribe, turn on notification bells. And pretty soon we're gonna start WNBA stuff as well. So please keep up with me on that. And without further ado, make sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on notification bell, comment down below, guys, what you want to see next. I'm pretty sure I said that already, but peace out.